Hello, hello, and welcome to the Pain of Healing podcast. My name is Iza, and I am your host. Today, we're talking about leaving 2023 behind us and welcoming 2024. I am going to share with you guys what I do and give you a little bit of a step by step to see if you guys can use it for yourself. So I'm sitting here with my buzz cut and without any wig, and I feel a little bit more vulnerable for those who are watching. Hi, this is me without hair. And this is part of my goals for the next year. So you're probably going to see me more like that. But let's get into it. I write myself a letter every year, a letter to myself telling me what was going on, what happened, and also what I wish for myself in the next year. So, step by step, I take a day. Like, for example, I mostly do it on the 26th, 27th of December. I give myself a few hours just by myself. You can do it outside, you could do it indoors, it doesn't matter. Just that you are by yourself and you have no distractions around you. Nothing. Nobody's calling you. You have nothing to do. You have nowhere to go. Just you, a piece of paper, and your reflections. And this is a key word. It's all about reflecting. I sit down and I reflect on everything that happened in this year. And this year is going to be a long letter because a lot happened. But I think I can speak for all of us that it was one of the best and one of the worst years this year. And you can write down superficial things, what happened in the world. You got, I don't know, a new pair of shoes or whatever it is that seems important to you. Don't overthink it too much. Just sit down and start writing. That's how I always do my writing. I sit down and I start. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're probably not going to share it with anyone. This is literally for you. So you sit down and you start writing whatever comes to your mind. It can be the most superficial thing, the littlest thing that you think was important to you, till the most in-depth reflection that you can imagine. For example, I wrote myself a letter last year, of course, and I wished for myself peace of mind, that I can find myself again, that I can finish my diploma, that I become one with my inner child, and all of that. And this is what I wished last year. Just an example on what you can write in the letter. And then I also set goals: finish my diploma, start a career in blah, 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 whatever it may be. You do whatever feels right to you in that moment, whatever comes up while you're writing. So, first part, reflection. Reflect on what happened. Superficial things for starters, because it's the most easiest for you, probably. And after that, you can go more in depth. So, let's say I met someone new, and then you write down what happened, how you meet them, what are your feelings now for the person, or maybe you ended the friendship. You write down why it ended, why it happened, how do you feel about it now, and all of the in between. You can go in depth how you want it. Like, you don't have to. But I think sometimes we live through life and we forget half of it. So, at least I do. So, sometimes it's better to be as specific as possible, just so if you read it in a year, you know what happened. So you have this part of the reflection in depth. So I do that. I reflect on how I'm feeling right now, how I felt while it was happening, what happened, with whom, all of it. This is how I do it. I go very in depth. And you can do it for everything: career, friendships, love, family, just everything that happened that year. Literally everything. And it takes a lot of time, I know. I mean, you're writing for a whole year. But trust me, at the end, it can be so rewarding. And you can learn a lot about yourself because while you're reflecting, you may see what you have to change for this year. So for the year after. And with that, you can do the goals for next year. For example, I found my letter from last year and I was not expecting how nice, how understanding I was with myself, actually. I said that I wanted to finish my diploma, connect with my inner child, and all of that. And I wrote it so nicely and so understanding. And this is also one thing that you have to be aware of. Write it not with a bad energy, but with a rewarding, with a nice energy. Like you did that, you got that, you finished this. It happened, but it's fine. You have to be positive while writing this. And to see that I accomplished literally 99% of the goals that I set myself and the wishes that I had for myself, and all of that based on what happened in that year, I bawled my eyes out. I was like, oh my God, I really did that. I did not see that coming, actually. I thought I got like 3 goals or something, but I got everything. So this is why I do it. It's the rewarding feeling, the good feeling you get when you realize how far you've come, what you've been through, and how you got there. It's all about that. And when you're doing your goals for the next year and you base some of the goals of the things that maybe were not so nice that happened, and you can see it the next year that you did get through it, that you were able to achieve what you set yourself up to. That is, no money can buy you that. This is amazing. It's an amazing feeling. So always base your goals on what you really want for yourself. Things that come up in your reflection are mostly the things that you can base your goals on. Because if something wasn't resolved this year, you need to carry it to the next year so you can finish a chapter, you can close a chapter of your life based on whatever it may be: friendship, family, love, whatever it may be. You have to finish your chapters because if you don't, you cannot go forward. At least that's how I think. You need to be able to be in peace with yourself, with whatever you set your mind to. It doesn't have to be based on what society or others think. It has to be on what you think, based on what you think, based off what you want. It literally has to be from your heart. This exercise or this thing that I do every year, it has to come from the heart. It has to be as honest and raw as possible because it's for you. I'm not going to share it with anyone. So it has to be for you so you can achieve your goals and for you to reflect on your life every year. That's what I do. The goals are like a manifestation, and the reflection is you talking to yourself and reminding yourself what you've been through in the last 12 months. All right? I think that's clear. I hope. Maybe I rambled. I don't know. But yeah. And what I also do is a vision board. I always buy all the supplies, the glue, the paper, everything. And I do not do it on my iPad, like electronically. I love, love, love to sit down by myself again without anyone or anything disturbing me. I usually do Pinterest, but I also take photos myself of things that I want or things that I want to achieve. Sometimes I even get like photos of my past self, like my little me, and I write something to it. So I get a big poster, like A2, at least that's what we call it here, like A2 poster, like white paper. I don't know why I'm explaining it like this, but you know what I mean? Like a white poster, A2. Yeah, yeah, I think it's A2. And I write down visions for myself 2024 for the next year. And a few days before I do that, I go on Pinterest, I go on Google, I take photos myself, I look at the old photos of myself, and I I print them, of course. I cut them out, I glue them on, and to every picture or anything, I write something. So it's like a manifestation. Again, I actually do it twice, but it's not that in depth as I do the goals. So, for example, I have a photo of me on my keyboard when I was little, and I will put that on the vision board and I will write down, I will make music next year, for example. Or you have a photo of a mansion. It can be literally your dreams. It doesn't have to be realistic or whatever it may be. It can literally be like the wildest dreams you have because nobody makes rules for that either. So go off, literally. You can glue a picture of a mansion. I will live in a mansion. I will have $1 million. I will da 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 da. And always do it with I will or I'll have. Or some people even say you have to write, I have $1 million. I live in a mansion. I am doing music. Your choice. I always write it with I have, I am in the present sense as if it already is happening or happened because you're in the next year. So it already happened. And I think that's a good way because you're manifesting and you're visualizing. That's the big thing. You're visualizing. And you also do something that people call self actualizing because you're putting your mindset, your brain, your soul, whatever, into the mindset and the belief that this is happening or already happened. So, what I mean by that is when I say, no, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to be wealthy, is literally me putting in my brain, I am healthy, I am successful, I am wealthy. So you're self actualizing, meaning your body, your mind is actually feeling that in that moment and giving you the space to actually realize it. I don't know if that makes sense for a lot of you, but if you believe in manifestation and the whole spiritual things, you will understand what I'm trying to say. And I love that word, actually. I love it, love it. Self actualization. I love it. It's all about that, actually. And don't put too much pressure on yourself when you're doing the letter to yourself or the goals for yourself or the vision board. No pressure. No pressure at all. Just speak from your heart, do it from your heart, write it from your heart, your soul, the goals you really, really, really want to achieve, the manifestations you want for yourself. Like, do it like fully and truly. Like, the rawest version of yourself has to be doing that thing without any judgment, without any fear, nothing. Just your wildest dream. Literally, I'm going to be a billionaire. I am a billionaire. And you put a picture of, I don't know, billions of dollars, whatever. It can be your wildest dream. You never know what can happen. You never do. So just go for it. Nobody's looking at this. Nobody's watching you doing it. It's for you and for you only. So don't do all the resolution. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be mean, but I am not a resolutions type of girly. Like, oh, I will go to the gym 3 times a day. I will pa 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 pa. Like the whole shabam, and like I'm gonna do a gym membership, so I will go to the gym because like this is the thing that most people put in their resolutions. I just put down I am going to be more healthy, or I will have more muscles or whatever it is. I would put a very overviewy type of manifestation or goal, because it's not about the details. It's more about the general feeling you have with the achievement you want to achieve, with the goal you want to achieve. It's the feeling that you get. I want to be healthy. So whatever that entails, you will do it because you know what is I am healthy for you. It doesn't have to be based on anything except for what your imagination, what your feelings associate with I am healthy. And you don't need to write that down. When you're doing your goal next year, for example, when you're starting it, like, I don't know, on the 15th of January, you're like, today I'm going to do my fitness plan, my diet plan, whatever it is. Then you start, then you go more in depth. But till then, be more broad, because I am healthy today may not be the same I am healthy next year, because you never know what can happen. Life can change. So be more broad. Use the overall feelings and wishes and goals that you have for yourself. And then when you're done with that, you can put it up, you can put it in a frame, you can varnish it, you can just literally take some duct tape and glue it on your wall. Doesn't matter. You can take a picture. I like more the physical things, but you can also do it electronically. Like, I'm not judging. It's just that I prefer to put my hands on it, to feel it, to really like put my energy into it while I'm doing it. And when you're done, you can put it up somewhere. Let it be displayed. Like, don't just do it and roll it together and put it in the fucking corner. No, that's not the idea. You display it for yourself, or you make it as your background on your phone or your computer if it's electronically, or both. You can take a photo, put it in your room, and do it on your phone. Just be aware of it. Like, look at it, think of it. Oh, remind yourself, because it's also a reminder for yourself in the next year to be like, oh yeah, I wanted to do that. Like, I can literally see it like in front of me. That's why I'm looking up. It's like, oh yeah, I remember I wanted to do that. Oh yeah, I remember I wanted to overcome my fear of, I don't know, spiders. It's a reminder for yourself on what you set your goals to after you reflected on this year, on your life, basically till the day of today. It's a reflection of your life. It doesn't have to be just for this year, like from this year. You can reflect on your whole life even, and what you want to change for 2024, for example. And yeah, that's it, I think. It was a lot of rambling maybe, or a lot of informations, but I hope it made sense. And maybe you can take something from it and do it too. If you do it, I would actually, if you guys do that, I would actually love, 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 love to see it. If you're okay with that, or you can DM me on Instagram literally saying, hey, I did it. That would make me so happy, actually. I would be so giddy if I see that. So if you do it, I think I will post mine, like all of it, because, guys, the eye and all that, you never know who's watching. So, but I will post maybe a sneak peek of my vision board, of my letter to myself, so you guys can have an idea on how mine look like. But like I said, some things are going to be blacked out and everything. But yeah, I mean, if you do it, please let me know. I would be so happy to see you guys doing that. And yeah, that's it. This is gonna be the last podcast for this year. This is so weird. This year went by way too fast. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys loved it. I am very thankful on everyone that has been on this 5-week, it's only 5 weeks, crazy, 5-week journey with me. And I hope to see you all in 2024 with me, continuing this journey. And yeah, that's it, as I always say. That was it from me. I wish you guys a very, very happy new year. May you guys get into the new year with a lot of positive energy, a lot of love. And yeah, that's it from me. Love you guys very much. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next year. Bye. Mwah.